Hello everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so today I have a whole bunch of things for you. So I wanted to first say happy Halloween month. It is October, and if you can't tell, I love Halloween. Yep, there's Halloween all around me. Hi baby. I might have a kitty here in a second. First off, I would like to show you my shirt. So it says, I don't rise and shine, I caffeinate and hope for the best, which is completely true for me. It's like my theme song. So if you would indulge me, hey baby. If you'd indulge me for a second, I have a few pictures I wanted to insert. So this is my countdown. That is the Happy Halloween countdown that I got, years and years and years ago when I was working at Joann's. Hi, baby. Way back in like 2005. And so this is a countdown I've been doing for several years now. And as you can see, it is the 4th today. I have a little kitty tail that keeps jumping in front of my face. She has to investigate all the things. And then I have, so we've got picture of one of my, it's not really a mantle. It's a shelf that we put up for the cats a long time ago. And they stopped sleeping up there. So I'm like, fine, I will put Halloween on it. So I've got that one. I've got 2 other shelves that were also cat shelves that I have hence decorated for the last couple of years. And then I do change out a picture that is like, if you're going towards there's a bathroom in that, like off this room. Well, not this room, but that room. I changed that picture for the different seasons, and the way our couch sits, I can look straight at it. So I like changing that picture out too. All right. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my little decorations. And we'll get to some yarny stuff. So first off, I was at Michael's when all the yarn was 30% off. And I haven't tried the Charisma yarn, but there was a colorway that I fell in love with. So it's Charisma. It's the Loops and Threads brand. It's Okotex Standard 100. This is a bulky number 5. It calls for a 8mm hook and a 9mm needles. It's 100% acrylic, and this is the colorway Cornflower. All right, so I've been a little all over the place lately. There are projects I need to work on, and I just don't feel like it. So this is what my procrastination looks like. So first off, I bought 3 balls. So first, I made a hat. So this isn't actually a pattern. I was looking up all these chunky hat patterns, and they all wanted you to do the, where you chain like 8 and then do half double crochets in the back loops. That is not my jam. I don't know why. Like, I don't like doing that for my hats. So this is, I chained, and then I put it around my head, and I was like, okay, that fits. And then I just connected with a slip stitch, and then I did front post, back post for 3 rows. And then this is all just the lemon peel, where it's you double crochet, then single crochet alternating, and then on the next row you put the doubles and the singles and the singles and the doubles. So I did that, and then when I went to decrease, it's actually very subtle, but when I went to decrease, all I did was, when I had a double crochet, instead of doing a single crochet, I would 3 singles together. So I would pull up a loop in the next one, pull up a loop in the next one, pull up a loop in the next one, and then and then yarn over and take all 3 together, and then I would do a double crochet in the following chain or single crochet. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I decreased by doing 3 double crochets together to decrease, and I think it turned out really cute. Me put it on. It's a little slouchy, which I love. Oh, I forgot to change my thing. Let's see. I think I've been really bad about that. I was so excited to get it, and then I've forgotten like half the time. But the other problem is this is a countdown for only 31 days. So some days it doesn't work out because you have to figure out what number would work that is on the corresponding piece. And they're kind of hard to get out of there. So I think it's like, let's see, it's a 4th. Oh God, don't make me do math. Let's see. 28. Let's see. That one doesn't have an 8. This one does. So I'm looking for the 2. All right, let's see if I can get them back in there. Oh, 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 oh. These are hard. Whew. Okay, that was harder than I thought it'd be. Okay, so this was my first make, and I had a little bit of yarn. No, this took a whole skein of the 3.5 ounces, and then I needed a little bit more to finish the top. So, and like I said, I bought 3 balls. So then okay. So I took my car into the automotive place to get my oil changed, and I was like, I'll just work on a headband. I made this headband so big that like I was literally ready to put it on, and like the headband went like that. Like it overlapped by like 2 inches. And I was like, are you kidding me? I just spent how long making this headband? And then I frogged it. So the next time I did the same thing with the hat. I chained until it, you know, went all the way, and like I didn't add any because I was gonna do this, the crisscross, where you need to be able to fold the 2 pieces together and then sew. Whew. Anyways, so I didn't add any extra because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I need enough to be able to sew it and have it flip, and it was a disaster. And the other thing is, I made this with a K hook. Well, if you remember on the ball band, it said to use like what, a 9mm, 8mm? 8mm. Well, I didn't because I'm silly. So with this, I used a 9mm because I didn't have an 8mm. I did get one when I went to Walmart, and I was like, I wonder if they have an 8mm. They did, and so I bought it. But at the time, all I had was the K and an N, which my N is 9mm. I do have one N that's like 10mm, and that thing is super heavy. I don't work with that anymore because I like metal hooks, and I am tangent girl today. I am very sorry. But anyways, I like metal hooks, and getting up to the 10 millimeters is just so heavy on my elbow. So this is my headband. It is also the lemon peel stitch. And then I just, you know, did it's like you clamp it like that and then you sew up and down. Like, and then it forms the join, and then you flip it. You flip it right side out. Anyways, this is the headband. Ooh, it's sideways. And it turned out super cute. I like it. Yay! So I still have about half a ball. Here, I'm going to put it over my ears a little bit because I'm going to do the elf ear thing. Anyways, I still have about half a ball because this didn't take a ton. Which, that's the funny thing is, when I made... I probably should have just turned it into like a cowl. But when I made the headband, it took the entire skein of yarn. And I was just like, what? Anyways, I'm like, how can a headband take as much yarn as this had? So obviously there was problems. It was user error. But anyways, so there was that. So I still have one skein and about a half that I can turn into, I guess, another cowl. I don't know. I have made a ton of cowls, and I mean, I don't use that many cowls. I don't know. It's supposed to be cold this year. Like, we've had rain, and we've had constant rain for like the last 3 days, and it's been cold. It's really messed with my mood because, like, I don't need sunshine, but if I have to go to the store and it's like just on this side of pouring, like a constant rain, that kind of gets to me because I tend to use or do all my errands all in one day. And so if I'm going in and out and in and out and in and out of stores and it's cold and rainy, that's not my thing. Okay, sorry. Anyways, we have I have an actual pattern for this one. This is they call it a shawl. So it's the Fire and Ice Shawl by Underground Crafter. And this, I love how it turned out. It's so pretty. Oop, that's the bottom. This is so gorgeous. This is using Shawl in a Ball. I got this on clearance from, let's see, this one came from Tuesday morning when they got rid of all the Shawl in a Balls. It was like Shawl in a Balls and Shawl in a Cakes, and they just got rid of a whole bunch of them. And oh, my hair is in the way. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, hair is still in the way. There we go. So, hers said she took like almost the whole ball. I have a lot left. I don't know if I used a different hook than her. So this is Shawl in a Ball, and this is the color Soothing Blue. It is 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, and 3% other fiber. It is a 5.3 ounce ball, 481 yards. It says it's a 4. Most people think it's like a 2. let's see, it says machine wash gentle, lay flat to dry. And these, whoa. Oh, they're tiny. So the needles, it says 5mm, and then the hook, it says 6mm. I did make this with a 6mm. I can't remember exactly what the size of the hook she suggested, but when I saw that, I was like, I'll just do a J, you know. I want it lacy, and I want it to be, it's so pretty. I love this yarn, and I don't use it enough. Like, I keep thinking, oh, all these, you know, pretty little rectangle shawls and everything. Can you hear that? My poor little kitty is having a sneeze attack. Oh, poor baby. She has allergies. It's funny because, like, I'll get, like, really, you know, congested, and I'll have, like, the itchy eyes and the nose, and then she'll get it too. So we both are on, like, Claritin. Oh, it's kind of funny. All right, so let's see. Oh, I finished the turquoise blanket picture. So it's funny because I've been wanting to use my scraps, and my thinking was I am going to use all of my half balls of black yarn. And so when I've been, you know, consolidating all my yarns and putting them in places, and I found a whole bunch of like half-used skeins and stuff, and so I balled them all up, and then every time that blanket ran out of black, I would look through my little scrap bin, and I would get another block, another ball of black. And so pretty much at least the first, so it's a 20 block square, or 20 block rectangle. So it's 4 by 5. Yeah, 4 by 5. And basically at least the first 12 or 13 blocks was all made with my scrap black. And then I used the Red Heart Super Saver teal. So that's what all the teal was. So I did all of those with my scrap black. And then when I was ready, I went and found a giant ball of, I believe it was Craft Smart clearance that I got. So before they had updated their Craft Smart to the softer kind, they had some jumbo balls that like went on clearance for something like $2 or something, and I was like, wow, that's an amazing deal. And so I bought it, and like it wasn't the softest, but it wasn't also the worst I've ever felt. So I used a bunch of that, and I finished the blanket. I love how it turned out. I showed it to my husband. He's like, wow, you put a lot of work into that. And he's like, who's it for? I was like, charity? And he's like, maybe we should give it to someone. I was like, who? I didn't have a plan for it. I have plans for, you know, my people with other projects. So anyways, I just laughed at him because it's like, I mean, I just crochet for the fun of crochet, and I'm not like, you know, I don't really sell my stuff very often, and usually it's just to family and stuff like that. It's like, you know, recoup the yarn costs and stuff. Anyways, so I finished that blanket, and like I told you, I've been procrastinating, and I need to be working on a blanket, but it's so involved, and it's all white. Like, I'm not a white person when it comes to yarn. I'm so afraid I'm going to spill on it, or have something on my shirt, or have like a kitty walk across it and I don't know, stain it somehow. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to make this blanket, and it's gonna be beautiful, and I just need to buckle down and do it, but I can't seem to bring myself to do it right now. So I'm making other stuff instead. Speaking of which, so my friend Heather the Crochet Witch and Sandy from Crochet Eh Canada are doing the movie Marquee challenge, and October is Heather's month, and she picked Lord of the Rings. So I will put up the poster here, and I'll show you the blanket I started. You may recognize this yarn because I did show it not too long ago. So this thing is kind of huge. I don't normally make my blankets. Oh, it's as tall as me, maybe a little taller. I don't normally make my blankets like this way. I usually do granny squares because they're super fast. But I was inspired again by my friend Rosanna from Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. She did a baby blanket, and this is the style she did. It's not so much a pattern, it's putting stitches together. So this is double crochet and then the V-stitch. And so what I've been doing, we'll do it in the green. So what I've been doing is I've been doing 3 double crochets and then 5 rows of the V-stitch, and then 3 rows and then change color. I did do extra rows here because it is the beginning of the blanket, but that is what I'm working on. And the reason I said you might know this yarn is because it's the one I got on clearance from Joann's, and I had a little story, and anyways, but this is the Karen 1 pound that I got from Joann's. It is 16 ounces, obviously 1 pound. It is 812 yards, 100% acrylic. It's a medium weight number 4. It is 5mm needles, 5mm crochet hook. This blanket, I think I'm using a K again. I usually do my blankets with a K just because I love, that is my hook. Like all the other hooks, great, love me a K. So this is the color Faded Brick. So there's that one. And then this one, which was the other clearance yarn, was the color Succulent. So I love how it's turning out. It's not perfect for the poster, but it's in the vein like his Frodo shirt and his shawl or his jacket. I don't know. I felt like it was good enough because I wanted to use this anyway. So that's what I decided that I wanted to do. Anyways, so that is my October movie marquee challenge blanket, and I'm excited with how it's turning out. I hope that I have enough yarn, but I feel like this is kind of a yarn eater. Like, I've had other blankets where I've made entire blankets out of just 2 skeins that size, and like I feel like this is eating yarn faster than I anticipated. Probably because I'm making it longer than I intended. I have a hard time. It's like, well, the chain looks like, like here, that should be good, right? And then you go back and suddenly it's longer. Do you guys ever have that problem? Because I do. It's not the first time I've ran out of yarn. Y'all know that. Anyways, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night or whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful. Bye!